Hello there, everyone. This is Quiversee, and welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn. By now, we have seen almost everything there is in the book. The tale of this ship's voyage. Starting off with a few mishaps with some loose cargo and some lung disease, followed by a few seditious conspirators trying to abscond with some manner of treasure, only to be luring out vicious beasts to attack the ship for more of their ill-gotten gains. And amidst all the chaos, the captain apparently had tossed the shells overboard to try and quell the beast, leading to his own final moments as the pressure finally got to him. There's still a lot that I don't understand, but we have now been given the option to leave the ship. So, last time I made a copy of the save so that I can do so. Because I want to see that last chapter.
All done? We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. If you've still business here, climb up and finish it. Else I'll make to port.
This is why I made a backup. Let's see what happens.
Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
Also, I just had a realization about something. About some of the fates that I've been missing. A clue that I've overlooked. So even if this doesn't yield anything, I will at least be able to figure out a few more fates. Let's see what happens. 1 week later. The Honorable East India Company insurance assessment for the good ship Obra Dinn, victim of the calamitous events at sea. Prepared by the Company Office of Investigation. Ship. Damage in the squall. Atlantic. Sunk in the storm. Falmouth. Payout claim £20,000. Cargo. All lost. Payout claim £5,000. Cargo of the Crown. All lost. Payout claim for restitution £3,000. Captain. Fate, suicide, estate forfeited to the Crown. Oh, murder of crewmate 4. Interesting. So we even get like... Oh, interesting. So based on the findings that we have, it determines what happens at the end here. The first mate, estate fined. Second mate, estate was fined because of the mutiny and murders and theft of cargo on Edward's part. So, yeah. The treasure chest with the shells. They were trying to steal it. Third mate. Fate unknown. Findings of merit. Valor, performance of duties, estate awarded outstanding wages and reward. Okay, so the findings of merit include that he was doing a good job. Makes sense. John Davies, fourth mate. Findings of merit. Extraordinary valor, estate awarded outstanding wages and reward. Okay. Same sort of deal. But we know that he was also killed. The bosun. Torn apart by the beast. Exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded outstanding wages and reward. Nice. Charles Minor. Fate was torn apart by the beast. We know he was torn apart by the beast, but we don't know who he was. So, estate unknown, I think, is what that is. Because we didn't figure out which one it was. Henry Evans. Alive. Abandonment of crew and vessel. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah. Now, I didn't find that fate as correct, so I don't know if Cape Verde is actually correct. But that's actually related to the thing I was talking about. Any of these that are of actual interest. Extraordinary Valor seems to be like if they didn't do anything bad. No claim made on Olus Waiter, the gunner's mate, because I never figured out who it was. Same with the purser. Fate unknown, no claim made. Interesting. Nunzio Pasca, knife by Nichols, no claim made. Wait, so why is it saying no claim made? Because I figured him out. Is it just because there was no money involved? Criminal findings, murder of crewmate 1. Like, I don't know if that means it was correct. Total claim 28,970 pounds. A preliminary draft of this assessment has been approved by the World Trade Guarantor. On behalf of the Automobile City Company, I certify the statements as accurate and declare this matter closed in its entirety. At least for now. The pocket watch remains in your possession. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans, in Morocco, as requested. The way they sync up some of the animations with the music in this game, it just gets me. But the reason I did this was to see Chapter 8. 1 year later. Oh. We're at, like, a desk in our house or something. I can't move, but I can look.
Oh, goodness. Like this. You know, you shouldn't be out in it then. Right, well, get yourself home then. And tell Martha I said hello.
Tell Martha I said hello. I heard that. I wonder if that's going to be important.
Can you believe a letter at this hour? Must be important. I'll be turning in now. Tea's all gone, so you might think about going to bed as well.
Let's see what we got. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the important news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. Although his health was generally poor, receiving the Obra Dinn book in such an incomplete state further disheartened him. So thoroughly he was able to recover. He has found moments to express the extreme regret he felt with entrusting such a remarkable task to you. We thought you should know. Regards, Jane Bird. This proves that Jane Bird and Henry Evans are in the same place. It also does confirm something that I was starting to suspect. Abandoned ship. Leave the ship without solving all available chapters. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting an achievement for trying this out. But I also did learn some info. For my... Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Taiwanese language, counseling, translation, management. They really did their homework for this one. What with the different nationalities and languages and such. Jogabi. Okay, that's probably the best name I've ever seen. Jogabi. I already lost it. I forgot it. I don't know who it was, but I love that name. And even the credits are moving in time with the music. It's so nice. But yeah, we're not even remotely done. Dang, a lot of localizations for this one. Character voice. Oh, this is nice. So these are the people that voiced the various members of the ship. And of course, some people had the same voice actor. Makes sense. What's crazy is this in and of itself can give me clues. Because I don't think every member of the crew said something. I think some members didn't say a word. So if that's the case, then they wouldn't have a voice actor credit. Also, the lady that we were talking to, who gave us the letter, was voiced. There's going to be a credit for that one, right? I wonder... Are we going to see a credit for character voice that doesn't have a picture tied to it? Because if that's true... Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm about to say, because if that's true, then that means that the person in here was also a member of the Obra Dinn. But that's not necessarily true, because it could be that someone who voiced one of the other women on the ship also voiced this lady. And they're just not, and they wouldn't mention it in a separate thing like that. Because all that's important is knowing that they voice characters, which, by the way, voice acting in this game, really good. Okay, additional. Joe Ash was the housekeeper. That's who they were talking to. So, okay, additional voices. But yeah, no, the voice acting in this game is top notch. So, I mean, yeah, thank you for making, but we're not done here. That was the bad ending. So, oh, rewind. Interesting. There we go. But now to the point that I was trying to make before. The people that survived. They have survived by leaving at the end of Chapter 9, Escape. And they were leaving on little boats. So this is where it was. So they would have either gone to Azores or the Canary Islands. And when I was talking about earlier with Morocco, Morocco is like around here, I think. Hang on, let me go to Escape. What are the actual choices here? Cape Verde. Cape Verde forms part of the Macaronesia region, along with Azores, Canary Islands, Madeira, and the Savage Isles. Along the African coast, official language is Portuguese. Like, I'm looking up the Cape Verde to make sure I'm understanding where it is. And I'm thinking that that might be relatively correct. It is an island country. So wait, where is Morocco? Okay, yeah, I was right. Morocco is, like, on that peninsula. Officially, it's in Africa, though. Which means alive in Africa is the correct answer. And I think that the same goes for all 4 of these guys. Flip, Jane Bird, and Emily Jackson. Hey! I had them backwards. Okay, 3 more fates correct. I couldn't remember if Morocco was officially in Europe or Africa. I just knew it was super close to both. But yeah, it's in Africa. That is a very helpful find. So, I still don't know who this guy is. Tell Pete's mother I tried my best to pull him back to save him. Hold on. Who's Pete? Peter Milroy. A midshipman who I'm currently saying was shot by a gun. Is there another Pete? Well, there's Nathan Peters. So that... And Samuel Peters. Okay, so there's 2 Peters and a Peter. Good lord. Which one's Pete? Is it... But... Pulled him back would imply that it was this guy. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's go back to escape. So we got that one figured out. I now know you were shot by Emily Jackson, not Jane Bird. At least I'm pretty sure that was the case. I still don't know who you are exactly. I need to revisit your memory. And then this unknown man was shot, or was knifed by an unknown attacker. Oh, wait. So he was either knifed by this guy or one of the... I need to revisit this one. I need to revisit this one. Escape Part 6 is in the gun deck. Alright. Let's go on an adventure. Through time and death. Aye, this journey be a peculiar one. It's this one. Of course it's this one. This unknown mission was knifed by an unknown hacker. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, that's right. I didn't actually... okay. We're gonna start here. And we're gonna start working our way backwards.
Oh no! You're cut!
Let's go here. Part 5. Alright, who are you? You're Brennan. You were clubbed by Brennan. I'm still assuming you're the fourth mate, but... Wait, no. Yeah, no, I've got that confirmed. That's hard confirmed. First mate? First mate. You're already knifed. So... I still don't know for sure which one of these guys knifed him. It might have been you. Okay, hold on. Who are you? John Davies shot Peter Milroy. I'm assuming you're Peter Milroy, but I know you were shot by John Davies. And it looks like you were knifed by this guy. So I am currently under the assumption that that's Peter Milroy. Although now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm thinking that might not be right. But I want them to be linked. All right, so.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Who was it who was calling for mutiny? You were saying Captain can't be trusted. I'm starting to think I have you wrong. Are you the purser? Or maybe one of the stewards? No, I don't think so. You're not the bosun's mate, and you're not the third mate. I know this. I don't think you're the gunner's mate. I still think that these guys are the midshipmen. I don't think you're a midshipman. So I'm going to take you off of that. You might be a topman. Hang on, what's the topman again? Glossary. Work above deck. I don't know who this guy is. See, here's the thing that has me kind of bothered by this. Here's the reason why I'm so confused. This guy? Wait, no, hold on. There was another guy who had a hat like exactly like his. Was it? Wait, Bosun, Gunner. Are you the purser? You might be the purser. I'm gonna say you're the purser. I'm starting to think I might have been getting some of my wires crossed. You were talking about Pete's mother, so I think you're Thomas Lang. I tried to pull him in. You must be Peter. It would make sense. This would make sense. Because he said he would try to pull him back in that one memory, right? Hold on. This was in Escape, but it was near the end. I'm gonna go to the end. I was sniped by Peter Milroy, the midshipman. Wait. No, you weren't stabbed by Peter. You were stabbed by Duncan. Duncan was shot by Davies. Enid was shot by Emily. I've still got at least one of these things is wrong. But I feel like you are the purser. Or... Hold on. There's another option. If I go into the Doom, I'm trying to think of a scene in the Doom where it had, like, the two guys with the hats. There's no cause for boys getting the boat. Thought I'd forget you killed my brother. I just now realized I might have messed some of this up. Wait. But then who are you? I don't think you're Samuel Peters. They mentioned the brother. Oh, yeah, well, you're Nathan Peters. So, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place here. Yeah, Lars was killed by Nathan Peters. That's what it was. So then... Samuel Peters died before the Doom. Like, before the Doom even began. No dialogue there. This unknown soul was crushed by a terrible beast. No, I need to... Okay, it was around here. John Davies, I've currently got him bookmarked for some reason. I don't think I need you bookmarked anymore. You're the one I want to bookmark. I'm still under the assumption that Tweedledee and Tweedledum here are the midshipmen. Oh. Okay, yeah, he was with the bosun. So the thing I was wondering is, was this guy and the gunner together? So that would imply him being the gunner's mate, but no. I'm going off the assumption that the hat means that he is not a steward or like a lower mate. I'm going with the assumption that he is an actual ranked officer, which means he's the purser. I still don't know what's up with this. Maybe I can try a few other names. Are you Zungi? No. Are you Renfred? No. Abraham? No. William? No. Amadou? Alexander? George? Sam? Wait, you can't be Sam. I still feel like Zungi Sapi is the most likely thing for you at this point. I don't know. Okay, let's dial back for a sec. Was it at the beginning of the escape? Bargain, bargain, bargain. Wait, no, it wasn't beginning of escape. It was beginning of doom. Beginning of doom. Okay, okay. Let me read this. There's no cause for trouble. Get in the boat. Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. That was an accident. The ropes. So this is talking about Samuel Peters. Samuel Peters was killed by the ropes in some way. So I need to figure out... what your situation is, too. Not sure who this guy is. This was in the ropes. Are you Samuel Peters? You might be Samuel Peters. I might want to revisit this one. I think that's all I'm gonna get out of this memory for now. I really want to take a look at this one. So, up on the main deck. Come on. Open the door. There we go. This way. Wish I could interact with the rigging. Feel like that'd be interesting. You? Yes. Soldiers of the Sea. Let me listen.
What is it?
Oh no, he wasn't even in the rigging. He was just kind of close to it. And then yeah, you got a chance to fly after being thrown by Crab Demon. Still never really was able to figure out how to find you. Also, hold on. Didn't I find someone who was marked as falling off the rigging somewhere? Trying to remember this guy. Because he wasn't really crushed by falling cargo, was he? Because he was like... Was he technically crushed by a beast? Or was he crushed by rigging? I'm actually going to go with falling rigging on that one. You are definitely speared by a beast. So we have that on lock, but I don't know for sure that you're Samuel Peters. But there was someone that fell off of the rigging. Or at least that's how I had it marked. I thought for sure you were clawed by a terrible beast. Maybe you weren't. Was drowned by a beast. Because remember, this is the one that had, like his arm was grabbed by some claws. He was pulled under. That's how he died. That makes sense. And then this unknown soul was strangled by Itbing Sa. This was someone who knew O'Hagan. Didn't really help me, though. And this guy. I think you're one of the top men. Making a bit of an assumption there. Shot with a gun by Edward Nichols. Don't know who you are. You're done. You're done. Oh, actually, hang on. I should make sure. No. Didn't see anything about. I don't. You're a 1 mark. You're a 1 triangle mark. The Lasker House. What's the Lasker House? Okay. Where's Solomon? We've already identified Solomon. Alright, hold on. Solomon. What was he? What was Solomon? He was a seaman. So you are probably another seaman. He was one of the Indians. I only did that because Solomon was too. That was where I got that assumption from. All right, who else did I get? Peter Milroy, blasted by an explosion. Got him. And Leonid was shot by Emily Jackson. Okay. We have solved more mystery. Let's see. Who else can I figure out?